Yes, don't forget to check out Doggy Diamonds No Filter, the actual audio version of this show on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. The links are right below in the description box. I need all my subscribers to subscribe to either the Spotify or Apple Podcasts. I don't care if you don't listen to podcasts or not. Subscribe anyway. I need these numbers up. I got some big things going on and I need to show all my numbers. Also, for only $100. I'll promote whatever you need on my social medias and my website. That's my Twitter, Facebook, Insta Stories, YouTube community, and my website, like I said, www.doggydiamondstv.com. Hit me up on Instagram at Doggy Diamonds for your promo. Serious inquiries only. Must be Cash App ready. And I'm going to tell you like I've been telling y'all, make sure you go to www.theinterviewking.com. Sign up for the email list to get the new content. The only way you're going to get the new content, we can't trust YouTube, so we got to take our matters into our own hand. Just go there and you'll get the content. Let's go. So as you enter the room, make sure you hit that like button. I appreciate everybody for being here tonight, today, to afternoon. Yeah. We're going to talk about some things tonight. So I'm here. Hopefully everybody is feeling well. Everybody is chilling. Everybody's in good spirits on this weird Valentine's Day, which I don't give a bloop about, but it is what it is. All right, let's go. All right. Stop the music. What's up, everybody? I go by the name of Doggy Diamonds. This is Doggy Diamonds TV. This is Doggy Diamonds No Filter podcast, where I talk about everything under the sun if I feel like it. Some things I don't feel like talking about, so I don't talk about, but I talk about things that I want to talk about, and I don't care if people want to hear me talk about it or not. I do what I want to do because this is my show. And it being my show, I run the show, so I control the show. I say what I want. But this is something culturally, so I think it's something that needs to be spoken about. The Grammys. Now, I could give a shit or less about the Grammys. Let me just keep it real with you. Hold on, I need my shades for this because I got to be, calm down a little bit. I could care less about the Grammys. I don't care who was there, who wasn't there, who won. I don't care. Most of it is ritualistic. Most of it is, a lot going on. You got to read between the lines. You got to see different things. I don't care about the Grammys. But the Grammys was special this year. Oh, and I must say this too. The Grammys, y'all fumbled the ball with not honoring Granddaddy IU and his passing. So when y'all do y'all little segment with all the people who passed in 2022, Granddaddy IU should have been one of them people there. So y'all fumbled the ball on that. So let's make note of that y'all didn't honor Granddaddy IU and his passing. Y'all fumbled the ball on that. But as expected. So when I seen the Hip Hop 50 and people performing, people gonna have their opinion on who performed, who shouldn't perform, blah, 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 whatever. But now Willie D and Scarface is having dialogue. And I'm going to go with Willie D on this one. I don't agree with everything Willie D say. Willie D is Willie D. He has an opinion on stuff. And I'm not here to, I don't argue people's opinion. I don't argue with people's opinion. Facts is facts. And sometimes when your opinion is your opinion, it is what it is. But I don't think it was right that Scarface performed the Ghetto Boys song without Willie D being there. And Willie D confronted him. First, Willie D called out the Grammys, and then he confronted his man, and I think he was supposed to. I think he was right for that because, okay, they called you because you're a Scarface, right? Now, when we're going to deal with music solo career, definitely Scarface had a bigger impact in music than Willie D did. But we can't act like Willie D was not impactful when it comes to the Ghetto Boys. So if you get the call for the Grammys, and then according to them, they spoke, the Grammys called me, I'm going to do the Grammys. Okay, cool. Cool, you're going to do the Grammys. Your Scarface going to do the Grammys. But there's no way in hell that they should have called him to do the Grammys and perform, and then when he get to perform, you do the Ghetto Boys stuff. Their most relevant song is the Ghetto Boys, and then there's no Willie D. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. And Willie D is right for confronting him about it. Willie D is right. And think about it, right? You speak to your man, and your man don't tell you, yo, they want me to do My Mind's Playing Tricks. You supposed to be like, yo, nah, I can't do that because Willie not here. You know what I'm saying? It don't make no sense. And when you say the Ghetto Boys is Willie D, Scarface, and Bushwick Bill. Of course, Bushwick Bill can't be here because he's returned to the essence, so we get that. Now look at this. Come to find out, Willie D wrote most of the damn song. So of course he's gonna be upset that he's not there. He wrote his verse, he wrote Bushwick verse. So of course he's gonna be a little upset because he wrote most of the damn song. Now y'all saying Plug 2 rep for De La Soul. That wasn't Plug. Well, look, rest in peace to Dave Trugoy. So that's why he wasn't there, because unfortunately we come to find out he was on his deathbed. So that's why he wasn't there. So you got to make that make sense. So even if Willie D came with him and ad-libbed, it would have made sense, because this is the Ghetto Boys. You're performing a Ghetto Boys song. A Ghetto Boys song. And that song was very impactful. That song was very impactful when it came out. So when Face is performing, Face could have performed many songs. Face could have performed Man, Never Seen a Man Cry. But for that era, because what I seen what they was doing, they was going in eras. Like this song came out, then this song. When that Mind's Playing Tricks on Me came out, that was big. That was big. Like, we was like, who is these dudes? Now, people from the South might have been more, knew who the Ghetto Boys was. I didn't know who the hell they was. But I just know it was this short dude. It was two dudes and a midget. And then the video was so ill. So, you know, we rocked with it. I'm a Brooklyn dude. So, you know, stupidly in our arrogance of being New Yorkers, we almost didn't always listen to outsiders. So that was the introduction to the Ghetto Boys and stuff like that for us mainstream, because it was a video. So when Willie D don't perform, and then the confronting him, I don't know. I don't think Scarface was he's a little disingenuous to me. He's a little disingenuous, and Willie D had the right to call him out. And I think Scarface was 100% wrong, because at least call your man. Call your man. Now, he had the Willie D Live. They went on to do the Ghetto Boys Reloaded podcast. And again, what is it called? It's not called Scarface with Willie D. It's called the Ghetto Boys Reloaded. So when we talk about the Ghetto Boys, now what we see, because we got to take into account, Big Mike was once a part of the group. He replaced Willie D. But Willie D was still Willie D with that verse. I make big money. I drive big cars. Everybody know me. I live like a superstar. We just knew who that was. And then coming to find out, he wrote on the song. He wrote on the record. So why wouldn't he get why wouldn't he get the recognition? So if the Grammys and us feel like this is one of the top songs of all time, shouldn't he get some recognition because that was his pen? Scarface is Scarface. We're never going to take away from Scarface. But back then, They all were equal. There wasn't no Scarface is the star, Willie D is the star. If anything, Bushwick was the star because he was a midget. We ain't never seen no midget. They was so influential. Remember, they had a group called the Ghetto Girls with a midget woman. So you can never take away the impact of the Ghetto Boys. But again, all he had to do is did that phone call, and that showed a lot about this culture and this industry. How it's selfish, because that's really what I'm getting from this. Everything is selfish. Everything is selfish. Scarface was not the star of the Ghetto Boys. No, he wasn't. How was he the star if we didn't even know them? Like I said, y'all might have known them if y'all were from the South, but I'm saying from New York. We was robbing little kids for bags. You trying to tell me Bushwick Bill verse wasn't the most influential of the Ghetto Boys? This dude shot himself in the eye and was on the album cover. So what are we talking about? He shot, and he's a midget. This is what we saying. It was, and I'm not saying off of skill. I'm just saying, you saying Scarface wrote that. You are absolutely wrong, because Willie D said he wrote most of the song. But I'm not going to argue with y'all in the chat, because y'all got a right to think what y'all want to think, but we're not going off of what we think. We're going off of what we know. Willie D wrote Bushwick Bill verse. So if Bushwick Bill verse is instrumental in the culture, that is his pen. Anyway, so if I prove to y'all that Willie D wrote Bushwick verse, what's the bet? Anyway, I'm not going to let y'all derail me. I'm going to stay. Regardless of who wrote the verse. It's still the Ghetto Boys. It's still the Ghetto Boys. You know what? Let me prove it, because I'm so tired of y'all. I'm just tired of y'all. Like, you know. Oh, boy. Y'all just will run with some wrong shit and be wrong and strong. Well, I'm doing some research. And you know what's funny? I want y'all to be right. I hope Scarface wrote it. I hope that he wrote it. I'm looking. Is it four? Let me ask y'all something. Is it 4 verses on the song? Is it 4 verses? It's 4 verses if I'm not mistaken, right? I think it's 4 verses on that record. All right, let me find this really quick. Because if I'm wrong, I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong publicly. Well, what am I doing? Hold on one second, y'all. My bad. Keep clicking something. I'm trying to find out who wrote the damn record. I'll find it in a little while because I can't find it immediately, but I'll find it anyway. It's 4 verses. When I watched the thing, so why did Willie D say he wrote the 4th verse? He said that. I watched it come out of his mouth. He said that in his when he was talking to him. He said that he wrote the last verse. Whatever. All right, y'all right. Let's say y'all right. Scarface wrote it. He wrote it, right? Say he wrote it. Say Scarface wrote it. Y'all right. Scarface wrote it. What that got to do with him performing it without Willie D? What does that have to do with him performing it without Willie D? He's still performing a record. He still was supposed to call Willie D. And again, if I'm not mistaken in their conversation, Willie D said he didn't even like the song. So that was, I think that was like Scarface rebuttal. You didn't even like the record. So, again, we know Bushwick ain't write it. But I didn't like Scarface energy. I felt like I didn't like Scarface energy. I felt like it was a little elitist in there. I felt like I'm Scarface. I think he got slighted. I think he got slighted. I think Willie D got slighted, and he got a gripe. He definitely got a gripe, and that's what this industry do to people. It breaks us up, and it makes us think it's soloists when we a group, because again, I'm not, when I think of, and another thing, let me say something else too. That's like Onyx performing without Sonny Caesar. I don't like that either. Now, you got Fredro, you got Sticky, but Sonny Caesar is definitely was an intricate member of that group. You know what I'm saying? And how much of it does, let's think about this too on the political. Did they not want Willie D there because of his political views? Because he's outspoken, because he speaks on stuff? Is that why they dub Willie D? Think about it. Why y'all keep bringing up the Wu-Tang Clan? The Wu-Tang Clan ain't all there when the Wu-Tang Clan is there. When the Wu-Tang Clan do a show, the Wu-Tang Clan all ain't there. That's been going on since the beginning of time. So y'all keep saying the Wu-Tang Clan. The Wu-Tang Clan is never all there. Never. It has never been a time where all 10 members were there. So stop bringing up the Wu-Tang Clan. You could only name a couple of shows where every member of Wu-Tang was there. That's just them. So, again, stop bringing up Wu-Tang. That does not fit into this conversation. The Ghetto Boys is 3 people. It's 3 people. Scarface, Willie D, and Bushwick Bill. He was not invited. He spoke to his man. And he told his man that he was going to the Grammys. He told his man he was going to the Grammys. But you're going as Scarface. So the minute you go as Scarface, why would you go as Scarface? And then they say, yo, you doing the Ghetto Boys. He's supposed to have said, look, I can't do that record. I got to find another record to do because Willie should have been here. If that's the case, if I knew I was doing. And this is where Scarface is wrong. You mean to tell me he ain't get no set list? They didn't tell him what song he was doing? He had the choice to do the song when he got there? That didn't make no sense. So I understand Willie D gripe. I understand why he's upset. He got a right to be upset. He got a right he got a right to be upset. And he called him a selfish ass nigga, and I agree. And Scarface was like, oh well, almost. I don't know. I just think if we going to take the Grammys and they're going to salute hip hop, then you gotta salute hip hop. You can't pick and choose. We shouldn't. We can't have people telling other people that members of your group are not relevant or don't fit in this equation, because that's caused separation. And they got a show together. See, it ain't like it ain't like he said, yo, I'm doing a show called Willie D Live, and I want you to come on here and I'm gonna interview you why you didn't have me on there. No, they have a show together. They do a show together all the time. So he definitely could have told him. But I hope they fix it. In the industry, which Questlove, I'm hearing, is the one that put it together. You know, I got a question for the audience, because I really want to know how or why is Questlove such a gatekeeper to what goes on in hip hop and shows. Now I know the Roots is a band and they definitely could put stuff together from the band point. But as far as the knowledge of who should be doing what, who the hell anointed him? The person that's supposed to be putting everything together when it come to hip hop. We don't fuck with Questlove like that. Who? See, what I don't like about our culture is these people who's at the top. They always pick who our heroes and sheroes should be. And then they think that they're like some gatekeeper and we just go with everything they say. Yo, hello?
Message.
We don't fuck with Questlove like that. We love the Roots. He's a hell of a drummer. I like the Roots as a group. But we don't listen to Questlove. Like, how? But see, again, this is what always tripped me out, how they find somebody and they keep them and anoint them in our culture, and then they become like a shot caller and a gatekeeper, and we be like, Questlove? Questlove? What the fuck are we doing? And them being in these positions, because let's keep it real, Roots is not some multi-platinum, triple platinum group. So let's just cut it the fuck out. And I like the Roots. I'm one of the biggest Roots fans. One of the biggest. I love the Roots. That like, and I was alone in that. But I'm just saying, like, when they say who should put it together, oh, Questlove should put it together, we be like, huh? Questlove? Nah, no, he shouldn't. Now, if you say the RZA, you say Dr. Dre, you say Eric Sermon, you say any of them should put something together for hip hop, we might be like, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, the RZA could do that. Dr. Dre could do that. Pete Rock could do that. Questlove? And this is being respectful. I'm not disrespecting him, but I'm just saying, Questlove, though. When the fuck did he become like this hip hop gatekeeper? Because imagine if in this culture that we in, what if somebody like the RZA does it from his eyes? We see what Dre do with the Super Bowl, right? What if we flip it and we got the RZA doing it, or somebody that we love in hip hop? Because see, we pick who we love. They can't pick who we love. You know what I'm saying? They always trying to pick who we love and anoint them and give them all this shit, and I'll be like, huh? Who Questlove? Nah, fam. Nah. I wanna see the people that we want in our culture. And not saying Questlove is not a part of the culture, but just always the music coordinator and this put together. I'm like, yo, come on, man. Because one thing about hip hop that I don't like, hip hop shouldn't be clean cut. Right? We gotta have something a little off, because that's what make hip hop, right? We needed a ODB to just throw it off. We needed a Biz Markie. We needed we needed certain people in the culture, because they were hip hop. They were a little unpredictable, but that's what the culture used to be. Now it's like everybody is all well dressed and niggas shape ups is, you know what I'm saying? Like there's no grit to it no more. There's no grit. Everybody is, it's like everybody got stylists and all, like, nah, that's not what hip hop is. That's not what hip hop is. Hip hop is, yo, you got a hit record, you grab that mic and you go crazy. You go up there and do your thing. But it's like when you look at it now, it's like everything is clean cut. Anybody that might be a little controversial, anybody that might, rattle some chains, they just get rid of them. I want to see the Grammy performance musically, the music director be the RZA. That's what I want to see. Just to be real with you. Or Primo. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Have Primo there. I want to see something that we don't expect, but we love them musically. Now, if you say Primo or you say RZA, come on, man. We don't know what we gonna get. But we know we ain't gonna stop bopping our head. We know that, though. You know what I'm saying? We know we not gonna stop bopping our head. We know we gonna go crazy. So again, when you say hip hop 50, is Questlove is 50? Is he 50? Maybe he is 50. But we gotta have somebody that gonna consult that was there from the inception of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? We got to have somebody that was there from the inception. So you might need a red alert. You might. And again, I'm just saying, like, when did hip hop become so safe? Like, where is where's the rebellion in it anymore? You notice there's no rebellion in hip hop. There is no body, and I ain't talking about consciousness, but it ain't nobody that's like, fuck this establishment. It's just all cut and dry. Everybody sitting there smiling. They got their chiclet teeth in their mouth. You know what I'm saying? They oversized chiclet teeth. Everybody's smiling. Everybody's getting along and everybody. And I'm confused because I'm like, so they crammed 50 years of hip hop in 14 minutes? That don't make no sense either. So again, hip hop was out of rebellion. Hip hop started from it being the voice of the street and being a mirror of what was going on in the street. Because street music is not always drugs, crime, and all that. Street music is just motherfuckers be hungry sometimes, or motherfuckers be bummy, or you don't want to go to school. That's what street shit is to us. You know what I'm saying? Street shit has been many different things, but look at how they give us what hip hop is, and then we just gotta live with that. It's like you either sell crack or you a gang member or you a pimp. That's not what hip hop was. Hip hop was about rebellion. Hip hop was like, we tired of being on welfare. Fuck the, it was many different facets of it. And now everything is just the same. And then it's like once the corporations got into it, because you got to remember, when corporations get into something, was MOP there? I don't remember seeing MOP. And I'm gonna be real with y'all, and y'all might not agree with me. Y'all might not agree with me, but I gotta say this. Every fucking show dealing with hip hop, abroad don't always gotta be. Let me tell you about that Busta Rhymes shit. Come on, man, get the fuck out of here with that shit, man. Get the fuck out of here with that. Every show is filled with that. Like Busta Rhymes is the end all be. It's so watered down and corny. Give me a group that we haven't seen in a while that we love. All that. Let me tell you about and this nigga by his mouth doing this. Come on, man, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Every show got that. Every time we do every award show got that. Every show with hip hop got Busta Rhymes doing that. We don't ask for that shit. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't care about that shit, truthfully. Like, that shit is, come on, man. We would love to see EPMD, Redman and K Solo perform Headbanger or MOP be there before we hit. Let me tell you about Yo, get the fuck out of here with that, man. Enough of that shit, man. Every award show they do that. Every award show they do that shit. Every award show they do that. We don't ask for that shit. We was good on that shit 500 shows ago. It's like he gonna walk out, big ass stomach, fake diesel shit every time. Like he about to kill it, and then let me tell you, everybody like, woo, woo. We seen that shit 500 times ago. We good on that shit. That's not all hip hop is. Seriously. The Sodium Podcast said, Pop the Brown Hornet. I already did a Pop the Brown Hornet interview. But this is what I'm saying. Like, if you're going to do Hip Hop 50, bring out somebody that we go like, oh, yo, I ain't seen them in a minute. We already know Busta going to be there. Because this is they safe shit. Busta, Missy. We already know that shit going to be there. I want to see Yo-Yo come out. I want to see somebody come out that's a part of that 50 that we did. Let me like, yo, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? We want to see that. We want to see that. That look at me now shit. Because, all right, let's think about hip hop. If he's not doing scenario verse, right? If he's not doing scenario verse, that's hip hop. But let me tell you, that shit ain't hip hop to us. We don't give a fuck about that. Respectfully, because hip hop is underground as well as mainstream. So if Smith and Wesson come out and do Bucktown, we're gonna be like, yo. We're gonna be like, yo. We already know Missy, Busta, Method Man, Q-Tip probably gonna be there, Melly Mel gonna be there. Come on, man. Come on, man. That shit was straight up puppy whimper. You know what I'm saying? And that shit is dope. But come on, man. What are we doing? Was Cypress Hill there? Like, we want to hear Killer Man. Because when we think of hip hop 50, when we look back in that 90s era, that shit is crazy. The 2000s was cool. But from like that 92 to like 96, you gotta do shit, you gotta do a Tupac. Even if the verses play. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Cause you see the crowd, they was like, ooh. I'm like, yo, this nigga flabby and sick. This is what we doing? Was 3 6 Mafia there? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, we tired of this shit. They done had an award show. He didn't do that shit there too? He didn't do that. Let me tell you what he did that shit there too. We over that. We didn't like it. Listen, we good. We good. We good. No, I'm saying we good. I don't want to see yo-yo. Cause who be representing for the ladies? Like when it comes to the ladies, they act like it was no ladies in hip hop too. They always got like the same ladies. And respectfully, Missy's not really hip hop. She done hip hop stuff. We respect it, we like it, but she ain't the end all be all. And let's keep it real. Missy has done incredible music, has incredible talent, incredible artist. But do we care about Missy the music, or do we care about how Missy look now? Cause that's all everybody want to talk about, how she look. Oh, she's skinny and shit. Who gives a fucking fuck? We liked her when she was about a tray. So it don't matter if she's skinny now. Oh, Missy look good, and I'm like, yo, that shit is corny to me. We is talking about, oh, look how Missy looks and all. I'm like, so how she look is more important than the fucking music? Fuck out of here. That shit is, oh, she looks good. So what if I don't like skinny girls? What if I like chunky A's? Then she don't look good. Like at the end of it all, man, we gotta stop that shit, man. We gotta just deal with the fucking music. Fuck how somebody look. It pissed me off. You got the whole fucking Super Bowl, and everybody talk about, oh, Rihanna's pregnant.
Who gives a fuck?
Yo, congratulations. Congratulations. But y'all watched the Super Bowl, and all y'all got from the Super Bowl, you got $1 million commercials. And all y'all cared about is she was pregnant? That's all y'all cared about? Oh, Rihanna's pregnant. So fucking what? So fuck the ball. Fuck them playing sports. Her pregnancy is just the highlight of the whole shit. And then you got these red ass boots. You got these red ass boots that everybody going crazy over these red ass boots. Y'all don't know what a social experiment is? Because you are the social experiment. And your reaction is the experiment. And they know they're going to react to everything. They know you're emotional to everything. So that's what they be doing. You trying to tell me that didn't Kanye wear some big black ass boots? No, seriously. He already wore some big black ass boots that we was like, yo, what's good with your man? Yo, who mans is this? We already was doing that like that. Like, yo, who mans is this? Now they come with some Papa Smurf boots. And everybody like, oh, them boots. I'm like, yo, I ain't getting them, so I don't care. Papa Smurf always says, well, you know, I got them dumbass red boots on. Like, who cares? We already saw the Smurfs. We saw Brainy. We don't care. Listen, we don't care. And then when y'all be retweeting shit and keeping it going, I'm like, yo, why do y'all care so fucking much? Fuck those fucking boots. Fuck those boots. Are you getting a pair? Yo, they really be fucking with y'all, and y'all there to be fucked with. Because here's what I'm trying to tell you, the more impressions they get, the more shit they get from them boots, you helping them. The fact that you say you don't like the boots, you're helping them. They're going to put the boots on certain people who are influencers, and then you're going to see somebody walking around with them boots on. Just what it is. Like, it's all a mind fuck. And the way to get out of the mind fuck is to just fuck those boots. Like, yo, I seen them shits. I was like, yo, that shit real? I ain't even paying that shit no attention. You know what I'm saying? That's what we doing. So even when you dealing with social media, it's hard to deal with social media because, again, it's so much social experiments, it's so much programming going on, and then like everybody just follows suit. Everybody on their timeline. Is Riri pregnant? And let me say something else, and this is all being respectful. I'm from Brooklyn, New York City to be exact, but Brooklyn in New York City. When you call somebody a Riri, that wasn't a nice thing. Let me just be real with y'all. That wasn't a good thing. You call somebody a Riri, 9 times out of 10, they got SSI. So I just got off social media that day. I was here. I was editing my shorts because people been, repurposing my footage. And I just been doing it myself. But when I'm just like, everybody was like, Riri, Riri, Riri. I'm like, God damn, y'all talking like y'all know her. You talk like you talked on the phone. You talking about her like you was with her yesterday. I'm like, yo, the fuck is this Riri shit? Why y'all, what are we doing? Oh, ASAP Rocky did the right thing. Yeah, he did it again. I'm like, so now ASAP Rocky is a damn hero. Y'all remember what ASAP Rocky, well, all is forgiven. Yeah, because we got short-term memory. Y'all remember what ASAP Rocky said a few years ago? Look it up. Because ASAP Rocky, and this is what I'm telling you, a lot of this shit be really put together because it be PR moves and it be a lot of stuff. And when people start getting not enough notoriety and they trying to get hot, that's when they start dating different people. That's when they start, yo, let's have a baby. Let's do different things. I'm telling y'all, it's all a mind fuck. Sometimes you just got to watch the show and just turn that shit off. But when you decide to type it, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? What are you doing? And that's why a lot of these platforms are falling off now, because everybody talking about the same shit. I'm like, yo, goddamn, I got to look at Boots or Riri pregnant. Now, I'm going to be real with you. You know what I saw when I saw her? I was like, Yo, why she got on all that red? That's what I first said, though. I didn't give a fuck about her stomach, none of that shit. I didn't give a fuck like, work. That shit don't do jack shit for the kid. I ain't no female, so all that shit does nothing for the kid. Umbrella, that does nothing for the kid. Nothing. But I was like, why she got on all that red? Damn, where I seen that at lately? Like everybody got all red on. Damn. This got anything to do with correlation to what Sam Smith did on the Grammys? I wonder. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, yo, fuck is that all about? Then I start trying to look in deep, and then you start, when they zoom in on shit, you start seeing little symbols and shit on the car. I'm telling you. So I'm telling you, that's what I be looking at. I don't be on no. I heard all that shit before. You know what I'm saying? I heard all that shit before. Yo, Kanye West said that Mahomes was gonna win. Did y'all remember he said that on Drink Champs? He predicted that a long time ago. I don't know if it was spooky, it was a prediction, but he kind of like called. He's like, he got the call that Mahomes was gonna win. Y'all did see him say that on Drink Champs? I don't know. I could be tripping. You know what I'm saying? But he said that though. Look at the Drink Champs interview. It's a bootlegs is up there. I mean, I think all these sports, I think all these shits are fixed. That's why I don't watch them no more. I watch it for the entertainment of it, maybe the highlights, but I think everything is predetermined when it comes to that. I'm just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real. So, again, you got to start watching shit. Also, enjoy it. But come on, man. Once you take the glasses off, you can't. No, once you put the glasses on, I was wrong. Once you put the glasses on, you can't take them off. You see it. Just be entertained by it. But as far as y'all betting y'all money, you're stupid. You betting your money? Come on, man. Y'all be betting y'all money? Because think about this, right? When sports is being played, who's the X factor in all sports? Let me see if y'all put it in the chat. When sports are being played, whether it's basketball or football, who's the X factor in those sports? And boxing, who's the X factor? The judges and the referees. Have we in our life seen so many bad calls going on? So many bad calls. Boxing, we don't watch boxing fights where we watch dudes get their ass whipped and they be like, it's a split decision. You like, split decision? How? Did we watch the same fight? Yeah. Yeah. So again, I don't know. To sum it all up, I think Willie D had a legitimate gripe. I think Willie D was right. I think Scarface didn't handle that right. The Grammys, it is what it is. Super Bowl. One more Busta Rhymes. Let me tell you what I'm. And the worst thing about that, right, is not only does that. Who the fuck told Spliff Star to go by his mouth and do this shit? That make it better? Does that decipher it? Does that decode it for us? So let me ask you something. All right. Spliff Star was there, but Willie D wasn't there. Shout out to Spliff Star. Incredible hype man. But Spliff Star is there, but Willie D didn't get the call to do one of the most iconic songs and verses. Think about that. I mean, we happy to see Flavor Flav. He's not a custody again for. He's clean for the 1000th time. I seen that shit on my timeline. Everybody retweeting Flavor Flav is clean. Like, so fucking what? So what? You're like 50 something. You eventually should get tired of smoking crack. We don't need an announcement that you don't smoke crack no more. Seriously. I ain't impressed by that shit. But De La Soul, I'm gonna close out with saying De La Soul, I've said on my platform plenty of times, is one of my favorite groups. I love EPMD as my all-time favorite group. But De La Soul would be my second favorite group of all time. Pasta Noose is one of the most underrated rappers in hip hop to me. Pasta Noose is up there. But when De La Soul came out, I was very, very young, just starting to get into what hip hop was. See, because I don't go back to the Cold Crush Brothers and all that. I don't know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? We would have to go watch old movies like, Wild Style and stuff just to know who they are. But EPMD is my favorite group ever. De La Soul's definitely. The Stakes is High. The Stakes is High is so special to me because you got this record produced by Jay Dilla, who I love as a damn producer. But then you got the De La Soul and Jay Dilla together. Like, how could you lose with that? But I'm talking about It's So Easy. I'm talking about Long Island. I'm talking about Potholes in My Lawn. I'm talking about Hey, how you doing? Sorry, like, I straight up and down love I love De La Soul. You know what I'm saying? Like, I listened I had every album. De La Soul is Dead, 3 Feet High and Rising, Balloon Mind State. They even had Break of Dawn. Like, I could name so many of their records. I love Break of Dawn. I love Break of. Somebody just typed that. Wow. I just love De La Soul. Me, Myself, and I. Like from there. And the whole Native Tongue shit I love. Saturday. Ooh, with Redman. The joint with Devin the Dude. They got a song called, one of my favorite De La Soul songs is called Church. It's produced by Ninth Wonder. Look up Church. I love Church. I love Church. That song just get me hyped. But although Pasta Noose Biddies in the BK Lounge. Like I could just name so many of they damn songs because like, again, I'm straight up and down De La Soul. De La Soul. Yo, homie, get the fuck out my chat room because you just stupid. You gotta go now. You type like 100 stupid things and I let you slide and then you just want attention now. But like so many De La Soul songs are dope. Even like when we first heard Common outside of the only Italians you know is Ices. Woo! That verse from Dove, the only Italians you know is Ices. Oh my God, I was like, yo, but listen. Oh, I'm mad at this chat. Here we go. That's what you was waiting for. I'll get your ass up out of here too, because I'm not mad at the chat. I was sitting here chilling, but when you got people who's trying to trigger you and just keep typing stupid shit over and over, just go ahead with yourself. Like, I don't give a fuck about you. But it's like people want attention, and sometimes I'm gonna give you what you're looking for. So stop trying to run with, oh, he's always mad with the chat and cursing out the chat. I'm sitting here talking. I've been sitting here talking for 56 minutes and wasn't paying no attention to that shit. But a dude just keeps saying, oh, y'all watching the Grammys, y'all squares, West Coast save hip hop, blah, blah. Fuck out of here. He talking about y'all. Anyway, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, I just get you up out of here. Oh, Scenario, I heard that Scenario had De La Soul on it. They had different people on there. Could we hear those versions? Could we hear the Scenario version with De La Soul on it? Who got it? Q-Tip? Who got it? Can we hear those? Could we leak those records now? Can we hear the version of Scenario that Busta wasn't on and De La Soul was on? Can we hear those? But anyway. Now look. You got De La Soul. From the Soul. Black Medallic. Oh my God. Like, it's so and they never sold out. De La Soul. Anyway. Now what I don't like in our culture, the mortality rate for black men is becoming in the 50s. That's very alarming. That's very, very alarming. I don't know the answers. I don't know the answers for why that is. Because some of the answers that people like to give abroad, that's not the answer. Like, going vegan is not for everybody. Plant-based is not for everybody. Everything is not for everybody. But something is going on. I don't know if it's in the early years, so many people abuse their body, or might be abused their body young. They were overweight so long, and then they try to lose weight. Then they got congestive heart failure. I don't really know. I don't really know what's the problem. I don't really know. But that's alarming. Because look at it like this, right? If they say the life expectancy is 70, let's say it's 70, and your ass is 40, yo, you know you got like another 30 years? Do you know you got like, if the mortality rate is 70 and you 50, you only got like 20 years left. If you 30, you got like 40 years left. So that shit is like, and look, respectfully, I want to know how people like Ozzy Osbourne and them was custies and they mad old, but our black men and women are dying in their 50s. I'm confused. So that's why I refuse to smoke and drink and do all those things. I just refuse to do that shit because I always want to increase my chances of living. Stress definitely plays a major part in our this is the part where I get mushy, I always get mushy, but stress definitely plays a major part in our life expansion. I think we're not kind to each other. I think it's okay to have dialogue and have fun, but the people in your everyday life don't give a damn if they stress you and kill you. People are looking for instant gratification. They think the grass is greener on the other side. And people live their life right now and base everything off of what if and not off of what is. So an individual can know that you've been good to them and good to them. And they will find a reason not to deal with you, whether it's a romantic relationship or just a friendship, based off of somebody else's potential. Based off somebody else's potential. That's the what if. That's the what if they live up to the potential. But when you're a person who's done right by somebody, on any front, romantically, friendship, family, we in a time where your ass is still expendable. It don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing no more. People will lie in your face. People will lie on you. People will paint pictures of you. People will do everything they got to do to justify their behaviors of why they treat you a certain way. That's just where we at. And that's a lot of the problems, because we living our life right now like not really understanding what's going on. Like, you are really talking to strangers every day. It's somebody you might know for 20 years. It's somebody you might know for 30 years. They essentially one day can just be a complete stranger, and it's all off of how they feel. Not off of what they know, not off of what's reality, just how they feel. That's just where we at. So, and we're not getting through to people. People are not getting through to us. And it don't matter what you do no more. Nobody gives a fuck. Everybody that's looking at this, everybody who's a part of this live right now, you like one text, one Instagram post, one Facebook post, one phone call from somebody trying to expose you. That don't mean you did anything wrong. It's just, they're just going to expose you. That's just the shit to do. You could be a regular Joe. You could be on the phone telling your homie, yo, I was wrong for how I handled you. They'll look at the text and say, I'm putting this on the internet. This nigga was crying to be my friend again. This is where we at. It's fucked up. So we all got this loner mentality, and we got to be alone, and you can't trust nobody, but we don't live in the world by ourselves. It's other people in the world. It's children that need to be raised by adults that have the mentality of children. I don't know, I'm out.